G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping into Go Battle League again, and much like last time, so I'm actually on 13 out of 15 wins. It's not too bad, but very early days yet. So what I'm going to do is jump in, get started. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below and help keep me motivated. Only the second video back after a little bit of a hiatus, but let's see how we go. So let's jump in, and as you can probably tell by the title, Ultra League is now here. So only had a few battles in, well, 3 sets in Great League, but let's jump into the Ultra League Premier Cup. So obviously Talonflame is not an option. So what's the next team I've got? So I've got Gallade, Charizard and Lapras, and then my last team, all 3 are banned from the Premier Classic. So let's jump into a team that I've run in previous seasons. So Gallade with Confusion, Leaf Blade and Close Combat, Charizard with Fire Spin, Blast Burn and Dragon Claw, and Lapras running Ice Shard, Surf and Ice Beam. So the reason I run Ice Beam is just because, well, Venusaur, if people counter with a grass type, you've sort of got one move that can absolutely cause some devastation. So let's jump in and see how we go. So on the lead we've got Greninja. So I've used Greninja in the past. It's okay, but it's not fantastic. So thankfully I'm able to sneak through an extra Confusion there. Unfortunately the Confusion is going to be doing absolutely nothing because of the dark typing. Night Slash comes through and probably should have let that one go. Would have been neutral damage, but had they got the boost there, then their next move obviously is more important to shield, so probably should have let the first one go. So they shield up as well, which is absolutely fine. I tried to get to another Leaf Blade before they got to a move, but unfortunately wasn't able to do so. And so I'll let this one go, expecting it to be another... Oh, it's a Surf instead of a Night Slash, which is fine. Does a huge chunk of damage, but I'll let it go. And then I'm going to come in with the Leaf Blade, see what they want to do. And they want to double shield that thing. Okay, so that's interesting. Unfortunately, not able to get to another Leaf Blade before they can. Obviously going to come with the Lapras, except the problem is Lapras moves are all going to be resisted, so this is not good. Thankfully, they can only they can throw Night Slashes, and that's going to do a little bit of chip damage. The Surfs are going to do absolutely nothing, so going to look to get a lot of extra farm. So I'm not going to shield this one up either. Let it go, and hoping that Lapras with energy is going to be very beneficial. So let's see what they want to do here. So going to overfarm quite a bit, and then let's throw this Surf. Hopefully, Greninja is glassy, but Surf is a resisted move and doesn't actually do that much damage. So unfortunately, we're not able to take it out. I'm going to still save that shield because Night Slash is not going to be doing enough to KO. And oof. Takes me out, and there's the boost. So they finally get the boost, but thankfully it's when they've got no health left, so perfect for me. And out comes a Venusaur, so that is that's all right for me, and this is why I've got the Ice Beam. So Ice Beam is going to do enough to absolutely monster that thing, and then I'm going to swap straight into my Charizard, and let's see what they want to come out with. So they're coming out with an Incineroar, so that's they've got 2 spicy picks there. With that, but I'm just going to go straight up Blast Burn. They've got no shields, and as you can see, it's obviously not going to be super effective, and we'll see what they want to do. So for this one, I'm going to shield this up because they haven't got... I don't think they can take it with the Venusaur. So actually here, I'm going to throw the Dragon Claw. Dragon Claw should be doing enough chip damage to take this out, I hope. And it is not. So 1 HP, absolutely brutal. No shields left. Let's see what it is. It's another Flame Charge, so that's fine for me. And then going to look to farm down, which is fine. And then let's see what happens here. So able to get to the Dragon Claw, and they don't have a move stored, so happy days. Dragon Claw should be enough to KO the Venusaur from this range. It's got absolutely no health, and that is why Ice Beam on Lapras is very good. So there possibly should have shielded up the Gallade. If I had have taken switch advantage, that would have been a very, well, a fairly easy game. But I mean, in the end, it was fairly comfortable as well. So happy days, able to take game number 1. So we'll jump into the next one. And it's an Obstagoon. So Obstagoon is a bit of an annoying one, to be honest. I don't want it matched up against my Lapras, so I'm going to leave this in and we'll see what they want to do here. So I'm not going to shield the first one because it will be a Night Slash, and if they get boosted, then obviously I don't want to shield the first one and then have to let a boosted Night Slash go. So I'm going to throw the Leaf Blade here, trying to bait out a shield, and if they don't shield, it does do a relatively large amount of chip damage. They do shield, so that is good. The question here is, do I go for the close combat? And I was aiming for the close combat, but unfortunately they got to a move first, so I will shield this one up because I want to do a little bit more chip damage to this thing. So let's see what they want to do. So I'm going to over farm by 1, and then let's see if I can get a double shield here. Are they going to shield this up is the question. Oof, they don't, so that's unfortunate. So here I'm just going to go straight for the next Leaf Blade, because they're going to get to a charge move fairly soon as well. So I don't want to lose all that energy and do a nice little bit of chip damage. If they, yeah, so there's their charge move coming through. I'm going to let this go, and then I'll get a little bit of farm. And that will mean that I can hopefully throw energy on whatever comes in for them. We'll see what that is. So I'm going to come in with the Charizard, just get a little bit of extra farm, because if they get to a charge move, no big deal. They didn't get to the charge move, so happy days. So let's see what comes out. So they've got their own Charizard here, which is fine with me. Going to farm up to a Blast Burn. Looks like they've only got to a Dragon Claw, so I'm going to let this one go. So I need to check what's the better play here. Is it to spam Dragon Claws, or is it to go for the Blast Burn? So I guess it depends on how much energy you've got, and how much health you've got. If they're going to take you out before you get to the Blast Burn, or if they're going to take you out before you get to 2 Dragon Claws, throw 1 Blast Burn. So going to go straight for the Blast Burn and see what they want to do. Are they going to use up their shield? So they don't shield that up, and that works out absolutely spectacularly for me. And out comes a Venusaur. So it works out really nicely. So going to go straight into this Dragon Claw here. And then I'm going to let them, so what I'm going to do is let them throw energy if they want, no shield it, and then swap straight into the Lapras, because Lapras can tank 1 Frenzy Plant. I've also got a shield, and they've Frenzy Planted, so swap straight into the Lapras. It can get to a Ice Beam before they can get to 2 Frenzy Plants, and Ice Beam from this range is going to KO, and at this point they realise that that is good game, and off they go. So I didn't really care if it was a Sludge Bomb or a Frenzy Plant there from the Venusaur. I was not going to shield it up either way. And then so now I've got my reward to do, hatching an egg, all good, all happening at the one time. Skrelp. So okay, and let's throw another egg on so I don't forget. I don't want to lose that distance. Let's claim this reward, and an extra, well, I mean, I guess 4,000 Stardust isn't too bad. And then now I've got to win 16 battles instead of winning the 8, so happy days. So let's jump back in, 2 of 5. Managed to get the first couple as wins. Expecting to see, some losses. To be fair, team's fairly solid. I was expecting a little bit more meta. I mean, the first team was a bit of spice with a couple of random one throws in there, Greninja and Incineroar, but well, game 2 was more what you would expect to see in any season of Ultra League. So let's jump into this next one, get this match underway, and see if we get more meta teams. So we've got Swampert on the lead. So this is a good lead for us. The damage that we're doing with Leaf Blade is going to one-shot this thing. I'm going to shield up the first one. Expect it to be a Hydro Cannon coming through. That's going to be the most energy efficient, so of course it is going to be a Hydro Cannon. So I'm going to over-farm by a couple, but I do want to throw my Leaf Blade now to force them to use a shield before they can use another Hydro, or KO'd, whichever way they want to go about it. So we did manage to CMP tie, so happy days, able to get that off. I'm going to no-shield this Hydro because I can live one Hydro Cannon. We'll see what they want to do here. So I'm going to over-farm by one and then throw the Leaf Blade, just because, like I said, I don't want to get too greedy and let them get to a Hydro Cannon. So they decide to double shield this. So what is in the back that does not want to see Gallade? To be honest, I don't really care. I'm going to save up a shield, and then I'm going to come in, obviously, with my Lapras and get a lot of energy. So we'll see what they want to do here. So I'm going to absolutely go to town farming this thing. They're going to throw, and this is going to be an Earthquake, 100%, but still, I'm not going to shield that up. I'm just going to let that go. Earthquake, yep, there you go, comes through, that's fine. And then they make a pretty brutal swap there, and I go straight into my Charizard here, and I'm going to look to get the Blast Burn. So the question here is, should have I Ice Beamed and left it in that respect? But no, I'll just go straight into Charizard, save the energy on Lapras, and then I can Blast Burn here, take this out. Let's see what they've got. So out comes the Swampert. Weren't able to get to the Hydro, so happy days for me. And they've got their own Charizard, so really good swap there and saving the energy. So saving the energy means I've got Surfs banked for my Lapras, and here I'm just going to save my shield for my Lapras. Let's see what they want to do. So they're going to throw energy, which is absolutely fine. Hopefully it's a Blast Burn. No, Dragon Claw coming through, and it is enough to KO. So as you can see, I've almost got got back-to-back Surfs. Going to throw the Surf through here, and that should be enough to take it out at this stage, and that is a good game. So really solid there. Switch locking in, swapping out their Lapras at the last second and switch locking in the Togekiss was, not ideal for them, especially because they didn't catch energy, which is probably what they're trying to do, trying to catch a Surf or something on the Togekiss, but it's, absolutely fine. I was able to take that game. So into the next one, I've got Walrein. So this is, not ideal, because they're so spammy with its Icicle Spear or whatever its Community Day move was. On the plus side, I will be doing super effective damage regardless of which charge move I use. Obviously, the close combat's going to do a huge amount of damage. Icicle Spear comes through, I let it go, and it still does. It's just, Gallade is just so glassy. So I'm going to have to shield up the next one. I'm going to go straight into the Leaf Blade here. I do get the shield, which is nice, and they're throwing in their next Icicle Spear. It really is a very, very spammy charge move. I mean, happy days. So is Gallade. Let's see what they want to do here. And then I'm able to get to the close combat, which is fine. I'm going to throw this and see if they want to double shield this thing. So do they want to double shield? Yes, they do. Okay. Which isn't necessarily good for me, because it does mean that they're going to be able to farm me down. But it does mean that I will now come in with my Lapras, and if they want to throw, they're going to be, let's be honest, they're going to be throwing Earthquakes here, which is not ideal for me, but there's not much I can do. I can't come in with the Charizard when they've got that much energy. Icicle Spear is just going to be ripping me apart. Unfortunately, because they're the same typing as me, my moves are doing absolutely nothing to them. So the question here is, another Earthquake coming through. I can't let another Earthquake come through. I'm going to want to over-farm so I can throw a Surf as soon as whatever comes out, comes out. Saving up a shield, but let's see what they want to do. So Going to throw that. Oof, gets it close. They're probably going to throw an icicle spear now because they don't have enough energy to throw the earthquake, and I'm going to let this go. This is huge. Let's hope I call it right, and I do. So icicle spear comes through. As you can see, it does absolutely nothing, and then it takes me an age to charge this thing down, but it does mean I get a lot of energy. So let's see what comes out. So I'm going to throw straight into the surf, which is questionable. Shields are down, so probably should just throw straight into a an ice beam, and then I'm going to come in with my Charizard and throw the Dragon Claw. So really good here, able to get this Dragon Claw off. And let's see what comes out. So I've got a Surf saved in the bag, and they get to a charge move as well. So it's very, didn't take it out. So had I thrown the Ice Beam, I would have taken them out there before they got a chance to throw energy. But I had to shield that up, and then out comes a Trevenant. And yeah, so now if they get to their Shadow Ball, which they do before me, this is good game. So Surf's going to do absolutely nothing to this thing, and yeah. So the win condition there was throwing the Ice Beam straight away on the... So going straight Ice Beam for the Machamp, and then swapping in. Yeah, however, didn't do it, and you don't know what's in the back, so... Trevenant in the back, yeah, not ideal. So what are you going to do? The other thing is, yeah, that was the win condition. Ice Beam on the Machamp, and then swapping in like I did, but it wasn't to be. Because if that was the case, then I wouldn't have had to use a shield, and I could have saved the shield for the Trevenant, and yeah, taking it with the Blast Burn, because as you could see, I was just shy of getting to my own Fire Spin there. So definitely could have done that before they got to two charge moves on the Trevenant, even if they baited with the first one. So there was the win con. Unfortunately, you never know what's in the back. If it had been a Fire type, then saving the energy for a Surf would have been absolutely spectacular. So this one, we've got Roserade on the lead, and it's not doing anything. Okay. So I don't know what's happening here. So a bit of GBL lag. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a set of Go Battle League if you didn't get some sort of connectivity issue, I guess. Unfortunately for them, it looks like they're not able to move. There was a glitch a little while back that meant you shrunk the screen and tried to freeze out your opponent. Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening here. But it's unfortunate for them because I can just sort of farm them down. And yeah. So team composition-wise, Roserade, Metagross, and what would be in the back of that team? So, I mean, Togekiss in the back of that team. So this is a team that, yeah, really would not like to see, well, a Fire type. So Charizard in my team would have dominated their entire line. So to be honest, I don't think even if they had have been playing that it would be an issue, because yeah, Charizard, had they swapped out of Roserade, I could have swapped, well, they would have swapped out of Roserade probably into the Togekiss. To counter that, I would go Lapras, because obviously Lapras is a worse matchup against Roserade than Charizard does, so would have swapped into the Lapras v the Togekiss. And once that was done, yeah, Charizard v Metagross, happy days, good game. And so unfortunate, but I wouldn't have pretty sure that wouldn't have made a difference to the outcome. So managed to go 4-1 and get the Drill Burr as the reward, which is good. If you want to get the excellent throws, that's apparently how you do it. What you want to do is wait for your circle size to get the right size and throw after attack generally. When you've got unlimited balls, or the thing's not going to run away, so it's not a raid boss, it's not a shadow Pokemon. You can be a little bit more careless like I was there, but happy days, able to go 4-1 in my first set of Ultra League with an old reliable team, so you don't have to invest a huge amount of Stardust to still be a little bit competitive. We'll see if this team remains competitive throughout the set as I rank up a bit, because at the moment I'm still fairly low ranked. However, as you can see, lots of meta teams, so most of the teams I'm hitting are meta, so it is what it is, really. Good games there. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, hit that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye for now.